What's up, YouTube? Mike from Mass here. Mass Aquariums. I've done a little upgrading to my RODI unit slash plumbing slash irrigation system of my house, and I just thought I'd do a little quick video on showing you guys, a few ways to drain your RO. There's 3 ways that I've done it. This by far is, the best, obviously, for me. Anyway, this is my RODI system, and my pressure coming out of the house is only 40, so I have a booster pump here sponsored by AquaFX, which boosts my PSI well over 80, but I have this little unit right here, 15 bucks. I can crank it up or I can crank it down. It's a flush kit, a membrane flush kit. And as you can see, I have a little black mark where it needs to be. It was probably just ticked over that. But that has it right at 80 psi. You don't want it to go over 80 psi. That's when it gets dangerous. That's when it can damage your unit, and so on and so forth. What I've done here is, this is the water. Move this barrel. This is the water to my house, right? Comes up here, goes off to all my house. This is the line that comes off the main unit out front to the irrigation system in all my yard. I have a huge yard, and I put a ball valve here. This did not have a ball valve. So what would happen recently is when you turn the water in the house and then it goes outside, but outside is obviously shut off, I would have to crank this over to start my RODI unit. Then when I was done making water, I would turn this off, open this up, tap the line, drain it out, and close this off. But there was still water outside, from the main house outside to the irrigation system. And what happened is, in New England, we get really, really cold nights. Warm days, sun beats on it, cold, warm, and the PVC cracked outside from the water sitting in there. So I replaced the outside pipe with copper, and I put a ball valve. So now this water can be on all the time, and it's not going to run past this point. As you can see, that's off. And in the summer, I can crank it on, feed the irrigation, make water, no problem. But for the winter time, this was perfect. So this was a nice little project. Very easy to do. Just replacing pipe, replacing PVC with copper. The previous owners had PVC, so obviously copper is way better, especially when the weather conditions are such. So ball valve here, no water can leave past this point. So this all the way outside, there's no water until, unless I turn that on, which I won't do in the spring. So getting rid of your wastewater. One idea that I had that I used for a while and became a wonderful fish keeper screw-ups. This yellow line right here, this yellow line is your waste line, okay? I had this draining into a 55-gallon trash barrel on wheels. When the bucket was half full, I would wheel it all the way over to the door and dump it in the backyard. So that's one way to do it. If you have big tanks and you make a lot of water, you're going to be doing this often. If you have small tanks and you don't need to make that much water, it's a nice, easy way to do it. This is the way I was doing it for a while until one of the wheels slipped off, bringing it out the door, and I spilled 55 gallons of wastewater all over my basement at 1 o'clock in the morning. That was not fun. Go check out Fish Keeper Screw Ups episode something or other if you want to see that. Awesome episode. So that's one way. The way I'm using right now is I've bought a long yellow waste line. Now it doesn't have to be yellow, they come in all different colors, but I like the blue being clean water, black being the water that comes from your tap, and the yellow being the waste line. That's just the way I've always done it, so it's simple to keep it that way. So I bought 50 feet of waste line. Now instead of just running the 10 feet of waistline I had right from the RO unit right into this bucket, I just bought 50 feet and I run it right up the stairs, into the kitchen, and down the drain. Now, you never ever have to worry about your waste bucket overfilling, your waste trash can overfilling. You don't have to worry about dumping it all over your basement because it just goes right into the town sewer, septic, whatever you have. It's just water going right in. Now, another way to get rid of your wastewater, which is really, really good, that I did in my old house, excuse me for the darkness, let's get some lights on in here, is hook it up to your laundry. Now, if you do have lines like everybody has for their laundry, you can hook your RODI unit up to your laundry. A lot of people have laundry in their basement. I have first floor laundry in this house, but in my basement in my old house, I hooked my RODI unit up to the washer and dryer simply with Y-Sight on here. You know, $6 at Lowe's, Home Depot. Unscrew this, put the Y-Sight on, put this one on one side, put the RODI unit on the other. Done. Job done. Turn on the water, and you're making water. Then you take your waste line. You can either shove it right down here where your waste from your washing machine goes, and that'll go right into the sewer. Or what I was doing is I was putting my waste line into the actual washing machine, and when the washing machine would fill up, I'd shut the RODI unit off and I'd do a load of laundry. That way I wasn't wasting any water. You're gonna use that water anyway to do laundry, so why not just do it that way anyway? That was a really, really good way to get rid of the wastewater because I wasn't wasting it. Some people water their gardens, some people, you know, who knows what they do. But when I was doing laundry with the wastewater, I felt really, you know, earth responsible there. Now I just simply let it go. And now that it goes into the kitchen, I can grab a beer while I'm making RODI and sit here and watch Pirates of the Caribbean or whatever shows my kids are watching right by my nice fire because it's snowing and it's cold out, and I don't have to worry about my RODI waste trash barrel overfilling and spilling all over the place. Now, you can get a float valve to shut it off automatically, but who wants to go the easy route, right? This is Mike from Mass. Enjoy your new year. I'm out.